Donald Trump has done it again. He's won the 2024 presidential election, defying polls and expectations. The victory is a stunning upset. It echoes his unexpected win in 2016. Trump's victory over Vice President Kamala Harris has left many in shock. How did this happen? The answer is complex. It involves a mix of factors that shifted the political landscape. Trump's win wasn't just a narrow victory. He secured a significant number of electoral college votes. He even outperformed his 2020 results in some areas. This suggests a deeper shift in voter sentiment. Millions of votes are still being counted. But Trump's lead is substantial. He is projected to win key states. This secures a path back to the White House. The results have sent shockwaves across the nation. Pundits and analysts are scrambling to understand what happened. How did the polls get it so wrong? What does this say about the mood of the American people? These are just some of the questions being asked. One thing is clear. This election marks a turning point in American politics. Trump's victory hinged on a crucial factor: swing states. These states are known for their unpredictable voting patterns. They can swing the election in favor of either party. Trump understood their importance. He focused his campaign on winning them over. There were 7 key swing states in this election. Together they held a significant number of electoral college votes. Trump needed to win a majority of these states to secure victory. And that's exactly what he did. Trump's success in these states wasn't accidental. He tailored his message to appeal to voters there. He focused on issues that resonated with them. He also capitalized on a sense of disillusionment among some voters. One of the most surprising aspects of this election was the lower voter turnout among Democrats. Many who voted for Biden in 2020 stayed home this time. This drop in turnout had a significant impact on the election results. The reasons for this lower turnout are complex and multifaceted. Some experts point to voter apathy. Others suggest a lack of enthusiasm for the Democratic candidate. Whatever the reasons, this trend raises concerns for the Democratic Party. The lower turnout was particularly noticeable in areas with large Democratic populations. Cities that were once considered Democratic strongholds saw a decrease in voter participation. This suggests a need for the party to re-engage with its base. The decline in Democratic voter turnout wasn't uniform across all demographics. Certain groups were less likely to vote this time around. This included Black Christians and Jewish voters, both historically reliable Democratic demographics. The reasons for this decline are complex and require further investigation. Some experts suggest that these groups may have felt disillusioned with the Democratic Party. They may have felt that the party was not addressing their concerns. Understanding why these groups stayed home is crucial for the Democratic Party moving forward. They need to regain the trust and enthusiasm of these voters if they want to be successful in future elections. Section 5. Battleground Blues. Lost ground for Democrats. The lower Democratic voter turnout had a direct impact on key battleground states. These states were decided by slim margins. Every vote counted. And well, the missing Democratic votes made all the difference. Cities like Detroit and Philadelphia, which are traditionally Democratic strongholds, saw a decrease in voter participation. This allowed Trump to make inroads in these areas. He flipped some of these areas that had gone blue in the previous election. The Democrats need to rethink their strategy in these battleground states. They need to find ways to mobilize their base and get their voters to the polls. Otherwise, they risk losing these crucial states in future elections. Section 6. John Oliver's take. A mix of disbelief and frustration. Comedian and political commentator John Oliver didn't hold back in his reaction to Trump's victory. On his show Last Week Tonight, Oliver expressed a mix of disbelief and frustration. He echoed the sentiments of many who were shocked by the election results. Oliver pointed out the irony of Trump's own surprise at winning. He compared it to a rambling, incoherent best man speech. He also acknowledged the sense of grief and shock felt by many, particularly those who feel vulnerable under a Trump administration. But Oliver's commentary went beyond just expressing shock. He delved into the reasons behind his disbelief and frustration. He criticized what he saw as a lack of clear messaging from the Democratic Party. Section 7. Beyond shock. Oliver's call for understanding? No. John Oliver didn't just want to wallow in shock and despair. He urged his viewers to move beyond the initial shock of the election results. He called for a deeper understanding of the factors that led to this outcome. Oliver cautioned against the blame game that often follows elections. He emphasized that simply assigning blame wouldn't solve anything. Instead, he urged viewers to channel their energy into constructive action. He stressed the importance of understanding the concerns of those who voted for Trump. He argued that dismissing them as simply racist or ignorant would be counterproductive. He called for empathy and dialogue. Section 8. From Despair to Action. A call for unity and engagement. Despite his criticisms and concerns, John Oliver ended his segment on a hopeful note. He encouraged viewers to avoid succumbing to despair. He reminded them that they still had a voice and could make a difference. He called for unity and action, urging people to come together and support one another. He stressed the importance of engaging in constructive dialogue and working towards positive change. Oliver reminded his viewers that elections are not the end of democracy, but rather a single chapter in a much larger story. He encouraged continued engagement, emphasizing that collective action and unwavering hope are crucial for navigating the challenges ahead. Section 9. Hope for the future. Staying engaged in a divided nation. The 2024 election has left many feeling uncertain about the future. But amidst the uncertainty, there is also hope. The American spirit of resilience and determination is still alive. People are finding ways to come together and make their voices heard. The road ahead will be challenging, but by staying engaged, by listening to one another, and by working together, we can overcome these challenges and build a better future for all Americans. Remember, democracy is not a spectator sport. It requires active participation from all of us. Let's channel our energy into constructive action and work towards a more just and equitable society.